Yo, what's going on, internet? The Black Hokage here on behalf of GamingIlluminaughty.com, and today we are talking Spider-Man on the PS4. Today I got with me Ace. Say what up to the people.
What up? What up?
And Siggy, say what up to the people. He don't got a webcam. His shit is missing.
What up? What up? Hey, I hear Spider-Man coming to Xbox, though, right?
Oh my God, we started off with this.
Come on, nah, bro. Come on, bro. Don't start with the hate.
And ladies and gentlemen, the newest member of GI, you guys have heard him in the streams all the time. This is the first video he's appearing on. Shooter Steve, welcome, man. Say what up to the people.
What's poppin'?
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so before we get into the review, I want everybody to know that we are talking spoilers. So if you have not beaten the game, I'm warning you right now, we are talking spoilers. Exit the video, then come back later. Also, if you are new to our reviews, our group reviews, the way that it works is we all talk about various things, various mechanics in the game, and then at the end, we're all going to give our personal score. And then at the end, I will average out the score, and that will be the GI average, the actual GI official score, I mean. So stay to the end of the video. You'll hear our personal opinions, and then you'll hear the group score. All right, Spider-Man, PS4 exclusive. We've been waiting for this for years. We've been seeing previews. We've been seeing Puddlegate, but it's finally here. We've all finished the game.
Puddlegate, damn it.
First things first, let's go ahead and get into the visuals. Do you guys feel like this is one of the best looking PS4 games? Do you feel like it lived up to your standards, or do you feel like there was a downgrade? What do you think, Ace?
Oh, I think it looked gorgeous, man. Just when you first seeing the city and everything like that, it looked amazing, and it got it down packed. There's of course some buildings that, of course they can't make it seem like what they really look like, but damn, graphics looking clean, bro. And the Spider-Man suits, whew, loving it. And there were also a lot of puddles, you guys, so calm down. It's okay.
A lot. What about you, Steve? What do you think about the game's visuals?
Bruh, it's probably right under God of War. It's like the best PS4 game. And if you got a PS4 Pro, that shit looks beautiful, bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So wait, there's a difference? Because I didn't know.
Yeah, it looks a little bit smoother on the PS4 Pros than what I've seen from gameplay from just the regular PS4.
I heard it run 30 FPS on both versions.
You can do it to where it runs a little bit faster, but it's still not 60, of course. But it looks gorgeous. I didn't play it in 4K. No reason to. Played it at regular 1080p, but it looks amazing.
Okay, what about you, Siggy?
I have regular PS4, but it looked fantastic. And then what made it even better than the graphics, honestly, is whenever you get the vintage suit.
Oh yeah,
the vintage comic book suit.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it makes it look even better.
Because you have a graphical comparison. That's why.
Yes, it just makes it look like it's running on 4K whenever you put that suit on. It's just amazing.
The fucking suit for me was the homecoming suit, the Stark suit or whatever. Like I felt like I was actually in the movie and in the cutscenes, bro.
Hey, I'm sure we were talking about the suits, man. Let's just.
I was actually most impressed by the actual the lighting in the game, especially in the final boss fight with Dr. Ock. That lighting when you're on the side
that
of the
was
building,
on point.
the lighting hitting the black suits. I mean, that shit was fire to me. So this is easy. I don't know. I don't know, man. I might have to give it a tie with God of War. This game was visually impressive and it showed off the power of the PS4.
I wouldn't be mad at it for that. It would not.
It goes to show you how much important optimization is, because this game, you wouldn't think the PS4 would be able to do this. Just the base PS4 would. It is what it is, even if your PS4 sounds like a jet engine running off.
Thanks.
Let's get off the vanity stuff, the shallow stuff, and let's talk gameplay. A lot of people were saying this is Arkham inspired, thanks to the combat. Do you guys feel like they did enough different with the combat that you felt satisfied? What do you think, Steve?
I fucked with the combat, even though I don't fuck with Arkham like that. I ain't fuck with it heavy. I played one or two, the most recent one with Red Hood in it. But I can see the comparisons though.
Okay.
Most definitely with the stealth shit and pretty much the counter system and all that.
But what was different to you that made you keep playing the game? What felt special to you about the game?
Oh, the aerial combos.
Okay.
Most definitely in the finish. The aerial combos, go up, swing kick, grab them, fucking finisher.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Siggy? What'd you think about combat?
I love that you could grab all the stuff around. Also, the environment, trash cans, and the newspaper stands and stuff like that. I love that part of it. But it is true. It is kind of it is a good copy of Arkham. I did get that vibe. But I do like all the stuff. I mean, it is its own. I mean, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I can see the comparison.
I think the main thing that I noticed is it pretty much is like Arkham, but the window for error is smaller. I felt like it was a little bit harder to dodge in this game. I wouldn't call it hard. I eventually got used to it, but I feel like you get more leniency in Arkham compared to Spider-Man. Like, you really got to pay attention to the dodging. What do you think, Ace, about the combat?
I think the combat was phenomenal. I can see the comparisons to Arkham series, but I definitely do think it made it its own, especially with the added mods that you had. Like, part of the combat that was very fun for me was I had a mod. So basically, if you counter them perfectly, it slows down time and it'll utilize your attacking abilities.
It was bullet time, so like Bayonetta, basically. I had the same one.
Yeah, bro. Oh my god, when you got that time correctly, the combos that you can do, and then the aerial combos, and the fact that you can be able to continue a combo, like you can hit triangle, which would bring them closer to you, and you can launch them up in the air, then you do your swing kick, everything like that. A1 combat, loved it.
Okay, yeah. I personally enjoyed it a lot too, obviously, because I didn't put it on the game. I think what separated it too was not just the aerial combos, but the gadgets that you get in the game. I really didn't mess with the gadgets till like halfway through the game because I was hard-headed. I like to just play the basics, throwing hands and stuff like that. But once I started upgrading my gadgets, like you can make people float in the air with the anti-gravity thing. You can make them stick together and stick against walls. You can do all this crazy stuff, and it's like when you combo it with your throwing hands and then you throw the gadgets, like I pulled off some sick shit, and like I saw several people in my Twitch chat. It was like, yo, I'm about to go buy this game, like, because some of the stuff that I was doing in the shit. So I was like, definitely upgrade your gadgets, because it's fire. Let's talk about the swinging out though. How do y'all feel about the swinging in the game? Did you feel like Spider-Man, Siggy?
Yes, I did. No, the swinging was awesome in the game, and it was first, whenever I first played, I was like, all right, this is kind of cheesy because I was in the city, but then whenever you have to go through the parks and stuff like that, you realize that it really is picky. They actually did a good job of not just making it to where it was cheesy, where you could swing no matter how high. They actually took the calculations about height and the ground and everything. So you actually had to be careful, because if you think you were, I'm gonna be able to swing right here and there's nothing around, you weren't swinging anywhere.
Right, absolutely.
You especially got finessed in the missions where you had to catch Mike Tyson's pigeons. Like every single one of them pigeons always seemed to go through the park, and it would always be the park part that would mess me. Eventually, I adapted and I caught them all. But the park definitely showed that they were paying attention. You do have to swing on a building. I thought that was dope. I enjoyed the swinging so much that I ended up doing all the side missions because it was just fun to go around catching the pigeons, getting the backpacks, just collecting everything. And not only that, but they rewarded you for collecting things, so there was an incentive to do it. How'd you feel about the swinging, Ace?
Oh, I thought it was dope. I mean, I know that was like the number one thing on everybody's mind when it came to swinging. I mean, everybody wanted to know, would you actually be able to swing very well and make yourself feel like Spider-Man? Would it be ass or anything? And it turned out Insomniac Games did their due diligence, and it was amazing. Going into the parks and only realizing that you can only swing so low when you're in Central Park, or when you're back in Midtown and Times Square and you have all those tall skyscrapers around you, like being able to swing and everything. And plus, with the different suits that you had, it can be able to up the ability of your swinging. And when you actually let go quicker, you can go faster. Or if you waited till you got all the way to the climax of the swing, you get to go up higher. All of that played a role, and it was really dope.
I was actually surprised the frame rate didn't drop at all, swinging out throughout the city, because there was a lot of shit in the city going on.
Not at all, fam. I didn't notice.
Yeah, like you said, it was very optimized. The game was they really paid attention. You could tell that this was their baby and they cherished it, and it's kind of reminds me of like what Rockstar does with their games.
Insomniac Games, man.
They don't care about how long it takes or when you expect it. They just want to make sure it's right.
The labor of love.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
What's the name? How'd you feel about the swinging, Steve?
Yeah, I said it all, bro. Like, for real, like, it's just beautiful. It's pretty much like the most addictive part of the game to me. Like, just going from city or like district to district and going there, because like even on side missions, I never took the fucking the little fast travel, the fucking
Subway?
train station. I ain't never take it.
Yeah.
Until like the end, where I was just trying to grind out stuff to finish the game or whatever.
Yeah, you got a trophy for that.
I never took it.
Yeah, you did a trophy for riding the subway.
Yeah.
Did anyone else get like Crackdown vibes from just like the collecting and swinging around the city? Like if
Absolutely. Like with different challenges, and then like once you progress further into the story, you get another like list of like things to do. Like I caught myself like every time I had unlockables or side missions, I knock out all those side missions, get all the challenge tokens or whatever, so I can upgrade my gadgets, my suits, and all that, and then continue to progressing.
What's the name? Let's talk story. Were you guys satisfied with the story? You got the floor on this one, Steve. What did you think about it?
bro.
It's funny. We literally talked about this last night.
The story was phenomenal, bro. Up to the fucking fist fight in the very beginning, up to the Doc Ock, like the fucking, like you said, the lighting and shit at the Doc Ock fight. Like it's
like, is this an anime? Like,
bro, it was just
like
beautiful.
you felt like you were. You felt
All the
like you were
cutscenes were beautiful. I fuck with Martin Lee. I fuck with Mary Jane. R.I.P.
Jane.
Spoilers.
what's the
I
name?
love it. Like,
What about you, Siggy?
Man, the story was awesome. It's a movie that I think that they should have made the Spider-Man movie. You know what
I've
I mean?
seen
Like,
several people say that.
Yeah.
that actually was legit better than any of the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. Better than Spider-Man 3, the Tobey Maguire one. I thought this
we don't speak
story
on that one.
could have been a movie for sure.
Am I the only one upset that
I
there wasn't a Spider-Man 3 skin? Or like a suit where you could play as him with his hair, you could do the little dance and stuff. They put a
you
stupid
could do
cartoon
the
suit
finger
in
point.
there.
You could do the finger point and shit.
Man, I want the
Yeah.
whole skin, bro. I want the whole skin. I want to be edgy.
Oh man, this guy.
Probably the only complaint I had, well, obviously, I don't know if you want to talk about it now. I don't think What's-Her-Face should be dead, but that was pretty much it, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought
Aunt
they
May.
kind of killed off Aunt May. I didn't think
Yeah,
she was
I don't
going to
know
die
why.
either.
She was unnecessary. That was an unnecessary death, fam. Let's be real.
It
They ain't
didn't-
had to come at me.
it
It
actually-
didn't need to happen.
It didn't push the storyline forward. She literally just died. Like, it didn't really serve any purpose. Maybe
Right,
inspired him or something. I don't know. Like, but she just got sick and died. So
He was
Inspired
already
him.
inspired.
Well, they're making it seem like
Like,
he made it to where he saved the city instead of being selfish. and
neglected
saving
her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
But I think though that they probably could have got they just shouldn't have killed.
we just being picky at this point. Just be real.
I'm actually have to disagree with y'all. Like, I wasn't really that impressed by the story. Like, it was alright to me. Like, it was like a 7.5. It didn't blow me away. It got me from point A to point B. But like, I felt like a lot of the stuff was very predictable, especially when you snuck into the laboratory with MJ and then the spider was on her jacket. I was like, I wonder where that spider's gonna go.
Well,
And then-
we all knew that. I mean,
You ain't fuck with the after credit scene?
Nah, I didn't.
well, how they did Harry?
What? Are you
So
serious?
you
bro?
just knew fucking Harry was gonna be Venom.
No,
Right.
I didn't know.
Oh my
No,
God.
let me
Oh my
rephrase this. Let me
God.
rephrase
Oh
this.
my God.
I wasn't
Did you
impressed
beat
by
the
it. Yeah, I beat the game. I wasn't impressed by it. Here's the
And
thing.
you didn't
right?
wait until the
you know,
after
let
credits?
me finish. I think y'all ruined it for me because y'all all beat the game before me a few days.
No, I
and
beat the game the same day as you.
maybe
Oh,
I'm
shit.
not thinking about it. It might be Chaos because Chaos
Chaos
kept
was gassing the shit up.
yeah, he was hyping the fuck out that ending, and then I got to the ending, and you see the symbiote on Harry, and I was just like, "That's it." Like, so we're really gonna sit here and be surprised that Venom might be in a Spider-Man game, his arch enemy Venom. Ooh,
But it's Harry though.
I think it's because it's Harry.
Yeah, I guess that's
I
the
wasn't
plot
expecting
twist,
it to
but
be Harry.
still, it's whatever. Somebody said in my comment section on my my Let's Play youtube.com/Black Plays, he said on the conclusion video that that's not, he was like, that's not Venom. He's like, what are you talking about? I think he's one of those I read the manga ass niggas, but he said that's not Venom. He said that's anti-Venom. I don't know who that is because I'm not that familiar with Spider-Man.
Yeah, it might be. I've seen like.
You familiar with
anti-venom?
anti-venom?
People say something like that.
No,
I
I've seen.
remember hearing about it, but
I can't
I
confirm.
would
or
have to
deny
look
it,
into
but-
that character. I'm not familiar with that, but if it was the anti-villain, because I'm not familiar with it, that'd be more interesting to me, seeing what they go with the storyline. Obviously it's sequel bait, so it'd be interesting to see what they do with the sequel, but overall, just going back to the story, it was all right. It got me from point A to B. It didn't really blow my mind. It was a fun ride. It was what it is. It was a popcorn movie.
Oh yeah, another
Right.
thing that fucked with the story for me. The fucking trailers, bro. They spoiled it pretty
Yeah,
much.
they spoiled
Like
the villain.
Martin Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, they did.
And speaking of the
They shouldn't have
villains,
showed that much.
right? And speaking of the villains, I'm not gonna lie. Martin Lee was so predictable, fam. Like I thought the story was amazing. I definitely liked the story, but a lot of the stuff was very predictable. I mean, MJ goes in there, steals the file, and then when they go over to a cutscene when they're at the homeless shelter, and you see Martin Lee have a same file with you, you knew that he was going to be Mr. Negative. You knew it. It was so predictable. I was just like, okay, all right, game. And I also like to throw it out there that I wish that Rhino, Vulture, Electro and Scorpion got way more screen time than they did. I wanted to see more with them. I felt like it was very short lived with them.
They kind of rushed the Sinister Six version of the story. It's kind of like they could have got, because when it said 80-some% at that point, or maybe it was already at 90%. No, it was 87, I think, whenever you get to that point.
Because we get to the prison point, and
then all of a sudden it tells you, oh, by the way, after you fight everybody, oh, by the way, you better upgrade because this is it. It's like, what? A whole other, so many hours left in the game. It's like, damn.
In defense of Insomniac, I would argue the reason that all kind of went pretty quickly is because, like, those that they chose to be in this version of the Sinister Six, they're all idiots. So it makes sense why Spidey beat them. Like, Rhino's an idiot, Vulture's an idiot.
Electro's a sure idiot.
Yeah, and Scorpion's a definite. Scorpion is an Xbox dude, bro. So like when you think about it, like it kind of makes sense why he beat them all. Like they're all just idiots. Maybe if they would have had like Mysterio or one of the more smarter enemies, it would have made more. Then I would have been more mad. But it kind of made sense why he beat them pretty quickly.
Right.
What's the name? What else am I trying to say about the story? I think that's But in terms of gameplay, how did you guys feel about the Miles and the MJ stealth sections in the story? Did y'all like those?
I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. A unique twist. I know it was times it was annoying, especially MJ.
It's a no for me, dog.
When MJ had got the ability to be able to take down her enemies, it became fun. When you had to go into
the last two missions, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. Being real. I'm being real. When you got to Norman Osborn's office and you were able to go around and whatnot and being able to take out different enemies, I definitely thought that was dope.
You know what's hilarious? I ran through the whole thing.
It was her last.
Well, you literally just ran like the stealth through the stealth sections?
Yes, I was just running like, and then if I did die, I'm like, okay, well now I can go this way. I didn't care about any of that stuff, man.
I played it like
it tells you to throw shit and all. Like, man, I'm like, I don't have time for this. Let me just go.
And that's exactly why I'm docking points, because it felt out of place. It felt rushed, and I'm a fan of stealth games. I'm a big fan of the Splinter Cell series, and I wasn't expecting Splinter Cell from the stealth sections, but they could have done something better. It just felt out of place. It felt weird. I don't know. It just felt like they wanted to include more characters, so it didn't just become Spidey beating up people. And I feel like they could have thought of better ideas if they were going to include MJ and what's her name?
It was a way to stretch the game too.
The Miles hacking was kind of interesting.
The part where you played MJ and you had to solve some puzzles was kind of interesting. Like you had to play like a detective with her. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, the first.
Remember,
the first one with the statue. That was interesting. Yeah. I would have preferred more of her. I would prefer more of that kind of like what's the game from Rockstar? The I can't think of it. The one where you get to play as the detective from Rockstar.
Oh, Noir.
Yeah, like Noir. Yeah, something like that.
Noir.
Yeah, LA Noir, something like that for the MJ sections versus just it was terrible stealth because it was a lot of it was a lot of I would throw the gadget right in front of my feet by accident, and then the AI would turn the other way as if I threw it past him. I'm like, yo, this AI is terrible.
Throw it at your feet. How'd you do that?
It was one time I threw it and I missed
it bounced off something.
Yeah, it bounced off something and it came back to me, and then they walked the other way, and I'm like, this AI is not very good. Like,
what you mean?
Oh yeah, she just had an infinite supply of them hoes.
Right,
you didn't want to tell Spider-Man where to go and take the enemies out and whatnot. You didn't want to do that. No,
that part was okay. That part was okay. I would have preferred more of that.
Remember, she is his partner, and that's why those missions were put there to let you guys know the story. They're partners.
Are you trying to project some type of feminist agenda on us?
No, that is exactly what she said in the story. Partners? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. There were 27 suits in the game. I think I got like 25 of them. There's like 2 that I didn't unlock. I didn't really care though.
I got them all.
What's the name? What was your favorite suits?
I used the vintage comic one was my favorite, and
wasn't that the one that didn't do anything?
Yeah, that one does equips. Yeah. No, as far as I gotta separate that. Not if you're talking about abilities, that's something that's different. The suit itself, though, I like the vintage comic the most. But ability, it was that Rockstar one that I got free whenever I got the pre-order.
Yeah, I like that skin too.
The Spider Point.
Right. All right. I got a few of them. The Iron Spider, fire. I just thought that one is just when you see it in Spider-Man Homecoming. Ooh,
that was a shit ability though.
With the arms.
Yeah,
that one was dope. The MK4 armor was dope. I'm not gonna front. The negative one that had the ability to I believe that you can be able to like select certain bursts or whatever like that for the negative suit was dope. And let's just be real, y'all. The Spirit Spider was fire.
Which one was
You had
that?
That's the one with the skulls around you and whatnot. Whenever it was an all white suit, you had that blue flaming head or whatnot. And
The one that I was playing with last night too.
It's a no for me, dog.
It was alright.
The Ghost Rider one.
I don't know
that
if
The
everybody
it's
short
calls.
butt skin, boy. No, thank you.
that one was dope. And then I gotta say, the year 2099 suit. That's the one that you can be able to add gravity around you. That one, and that one was fire, fam.
I like the white
enjoyed that one. Oh, really? You like the white ones better?
You talking about the negative suit?
Yeah.
No,
The 2099.
2099.
Oh, the
it was a
white-
white.
It was like white and black. I felt like fucking Nightwing or some shit. But
Oh yeah, still.
oh yeah, the black
Like-
cat suit was definitely fire.
Oh yeah,
One
that
you
one
get
was
from
dope.
doing
When you
all
collect the
It
cats.
looked cool, but it didn't do anything. So I
Yeah,
didn't play for it.
It didn't come with ability.
Yeah, didn't like the undie skin.
Nah,
The who?
nah.
The 100% one.
Yeah,
Oh, the
You
fucking
still,
neon
you still don't have
explosive.
that one yet, do you?
I got that one. You had to do everything.
What's
Yeah,
the
you gotta
name?
get 100%. I know me and Steve did 100% last night.
I like the
Yeah.
MK one because it's like Mortal Kombat.
True. So can I ask
Oh,
y'all
yeah,
a question? Did any of y'all get the like spoilers from the suits on Twitter at all? I just want to throw that out there.
Nah, I stayed off social media.
So I'm sorry. I have a lot of friends that I guess I call them that just
Oh,
spoiled a lot
fucking
of this.
ethos.
Everybody was posting every single thing. I understand y'all went try hards, but fam, come on, man. Can
This
I
man
please
was
get excited?
posting everything.
Every single fucking picture, bruh. I get it. You can have a selfie mode. It was dope. But I need to see every time you got a new suit, I had to see it on Twiter. Come on,
Hey, let
fam.
that man enjoy the game. It's not many games he enjoys these days, man. Death of the industry, remember. What's the name? How'd y'all feel about boss fights? Steve, did you enjoy the boss fights?
Light. All of them were light to me.
They were
I'm not
very
trying to
easy.
flex or nothing, but
Yeah,
They were easy in my opinion. They were
They're
easy.
easy.
yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't hard at all.
It was
Especially-
too easy.
Fisk, the
Especially-
very first one, he was
Yeah.
he was pretty much replaced by the fucking grunts, the buff grunts.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, put it like this: if you did everything, you did all the side missions and everything like that, you had the mods and everything like that, the abilities, the boss fights were
Yeah, it was a capable.
it was cakewalk. Like I said, that the best mod is when, in my opinion, is when you can be able to dodge, perfect dodge, and slow time down. That made everything else so simple.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
Martin Lee on the train, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Come
I
on,
literally
bro.
just
You
had to
swipe left,
dodge.
Swipe right. That shit was
Swipe
Temple
up.
Run. That shit was Temple Run, the boss fight, right? Like,
Yeah, you can see the patterns. You can see it. You go down the middle, or you have to jump up in the top. Like that was it.
I
It was
think-
fun though.
I think they were trying to mask the boss fights behind, because I don't know if you noticed, the boss fights were when the game was most visually impressive, and I think they were trying to hide it, the lack of depth behind the boss fights, behind like what's the word I'm looking for, eye candy, I guess. But when you really paid attention,
visually.
it was easy and they weren't nothing impressive. So that would be one of my critiques. I would have liked more challenging,
looked
more interesting
great.
boss fights, especially because he had such an interesting rogues gallery with different abilities. What's the name? A lot of Easter eggs in the game. What were some of y'all favorites?
Wakanda.
Ben,
Fucking Wakanda. How could I not? The
Wakanda.
Avengers Tower.
Daredevil, Jessica
Daredevil,
Jones's
shit.
bar.
I thought the
was
Nico
dope.
one, the GTA 4 one, was fire.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
funny. That one was funny. Yeah, they shouted out like everybody in Hell's Kitchen. Like it was.
Jessica Jones' apartment. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff
Yeah.
in there. What's
You
the
got the bar. You got everything. It was really dope. If you're a Marvel fan, if you're into all of Marvel, you're gonna see a lot in it. It was fire. It was dope.
Right. And the last gameplay element I wanted to talk about, the game does contain puzzles. Steve, did the puzzles bother you? Did they feel like they were intrusive? They were ruining the gameplay for you, or did you enjoy them?
I mean, it didn't ruin the gameplay. They were just annoying. The colored ones, the ones for the chemicals or whatever.
Stop! You were breaking
They were
down
just-
elements, man. Stop.
Breaking down
You talking about the
You're
ones with the
you're a
lines?
Scientist.
Yeah,
You're
the
a
lines.
I love
scientist.
all of that, man. I
You're a
love it.
scientist, damn it. Remember,
I
you
mean,
have
it
your
was-
abilities.
it wasn't.
Come on.
Tough or nothing. It was just annoying.
I actually had the most fun doing those, especially the circuit board stuff.
I actually
kept doing it. I wanted that.
I actually like that
Alright.
stuff like that. I was actually going to do electrical engineering at first, and it's similar. Like it's a very, very simple and simplistic way of looking at it, but it was cool. It was fun.
Yeah,
It
everybody
was.
said I got my bachelor's degree in freaking electrical engineering after playing that shit, doing the damn puzzles. They weren't hard. It was just like, y'all know, I'm not a fan of puzzles, but I'm not going to dock the game for puzzles because I know people enjoy puzzles. That's just my
You know,
personal preference.
people will come at you if you did that too. Of course, TBH going to dock the game because of puzzles. He don't like puzzles.
Let's talk some negatives. We already talked about the stealth sections. We kind of were like iffy about those. I thought some of the side quests were repetitive. What did y'all think?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
The fucking ESU side missions.
Oh my!
There was like 6 of those, and you had to swing around looking for like a certain location, and it wouldn't pop up on the map.
Science ones didn't bother me. It was more so the ones where like criminals would take over bases, like the
Sable ones. Yeah, those were the ones.
The Sable ones took a whole hour to beat because they had armor and shit. Fisk's men, and then the Japanese dudes.
Demons.
The demons. Yeah, like it was just like you go in there and you just
the one with the
beat 'em up.
waves, right? The
Yeah,
one
the
with
waves.
the 6 waves.
Yeah, the waves.
Those
That-
were the annoying ones.
it was boring. It wasn't hard. It was just boring.
I wouldn't say that it was necessarily boring. I definitely do think it was repetitive. I definitely think it was repetitive. The only reason why we got through it is because of the combat. If the combat wasn't as dope as it was,
the combat wasn't fire, I would have been.
Then
upset,
exactly.
sure.
You wouldn't have been able to go through all that. It was hidden by how great the combat was. That's what it was, because you can literally kill it. Well, quote unquote.
So why not just do 3 waves then? Why does it have to be 6? That's the thing that
I think it was just too long.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
Like, I'm done with this 6 wave bullshit. It's like, damn.
Can we
It never
mention
really
that?
got harder. I would have preferred like 3 hard waves instead of 6 just regular ass waves.
Right. I would like to throw it out there though too that I think it was a Kotaku interview or a article about it, about Spider-Man not killing people. Like everyone was like, okay, Spider-Man's not killing
I showed it in
people.
my streams. He was never killing people. When you knock him off the building, he puts webs on them and they stick them to the building.
Yep.
You
A lot
just
of
have
people
to
didn't know
pay
that
attention.
though.
Yeah, you had to pay attention to it. I was showing that multiple times. I don't know.
I thought that was kind of cool.
It was questionable how he was doing that, but he was doing it.
Nah, man. Like I was like, dudes is like 100 yards out, but somehow he still gets stuck to a building. I'm just like, how did that happen?
I just never saw an animation. I was like, when did he throw the web to?
It just automatically did it, so he doesn't the element of Spider-Man killing anyone.
Regardless of you kicking people off and him not killing them, he was definitely breaking people's necks and killing them. Okay,
Yeah,
you was doing all type of wrestling. Yeah, you was doing all type of wrestling moves. He was killing people.
The
in that
whole
game,
air
bro.
throw shit.
The finishers were dope.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
What's her name? Let me say predictable story. Did y'all have any problems with the camera?
No.
There were certain times, especially whenever I'm in a fight and I'm doing the swings and the kicks and stuff like that, or the air, air swing. It would either latch onto a building or the camera would try to be behind it and it put me somewhere else. Like, what am I doing? What's going on? I hated when it did that.
Sometimes
It didn't do that often for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes the camera would spaz on me, mainly when like you had a lot of momentum and you were moving really fast. I would try to run up a building, and sometimes he wouldn't run up the building. I'm like, oh, okay, this is the one building you can't stick on. And then B, if he could, that camera would just spaz on you when you would try to go up. But it didn't happen enough to make me mad. It was something to notice that it does have some camera problem. Did y'all run into any glitches?
Oh yeah, I had a clip on one where I just went through the map and went through the bottom of the old Call of Duty days. Yeah.
There was a couple little glitches.
I had one glitch. That was it.
Yeah, it was a couple times the camera would get like real close, like during a fucking car chase or whatever, and then like it'll just like I could just see through the fucking ground and see the bottom of the map and shit.
What about you? What'd you run into, Ace?
It was a glitch with the boss. Like he just kept running, and when I attacked him and everything, like with the web, or if I tried to kick him and everything like that, he wouldn't die. It was weird.
It was another glitch for me too. It was a glitch during the cutscene. Fucking Miles, he was inaudible, bro. He was just mute.
Oh, I did run into that. I ran into that too.
Man, he just wasn't saying anything. It wasn't no fucking subtitles or nothing.
Yeah, I didn't run anything game breaking, but I ran into a few. I would run into like random NPCs that would just be like running into place sometimes. The AI was stupid at times. It was honestly like Ubisoft AI. Like you could stealth take down somebody right next to somebody else and they wouldn't notice or hear anything. So it was there was that. And then also I got stuck in one of the brutes one time, and that was really weird. You'll see those clips in my personal review, but it was nothing. It was nothing.
Last night there was one. Y'all saw the one last night where the guy was like in the side of the building just standing.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what he was up to.
Yeah, but it is.
I just know a barrel roll on the fucking water.
Oh yeah, that's right. I heard about that one. Yeah,
Sonic Spin Dash.
And it's actually perfect because that's all I got on my notes for the review, and we are almost at the 30-minute mark. I know y'all been complaining y'all reviews too long. This is perfect, so we're gonna wrap this one up.
Man.
All right, so Ace, you got the floor. What do you give Spider-Man PS4 out of 10?
I'm giving it a 9.
9, bet. Steve, what do you give it?
Shit, bro. I have to agree. 9. It's gotta be a 9.
All right, 9. What about you, Siggy?
I'm giving it a 10. It's one of the first games.
Wow. Whoa.
Okay.
Can we talk about this? The first official 10 from GI from Sony.
The first game where I actually wanted to
History,
get 100% right away, and I got it. And the it's actually 28 suits, by the way. I know somebody's already going to be in the chat. Oh, it's not 27, it's 28.
Oh, my
because you
bad.
do get that ESU suit. Yep, the one the secret suit from the 50 photos. But it makes you get it's a 10 because I completed the game 100%. That's the first PlayStation 4 game where I actually did that. Everything else was on PlayStation 3.
It was a
They
nice
pulled him
break
on
from
Fortnite, so you know he
Yeah,
liked
I
it.
was just about to say, a nice break from Fortnite.
What's the
It was a
name?
great game.
I'm gonna give it a 9 just because I don't know. I just feel like this game didn't do anything innovative. Like, it was a really good game, but I put it in the same box as like Uncharted or like The Last of Us or games like that where like it's not doing anything innovative from the gameplay standpoint, but everything that it is doing is borrowing elements from other games. It's doing it very polished, and I could recognize that. But like, I don't know. I just feel like it was missing something to push it over to the 10. I can't give this no 10 or a 9.5. It is a 9. It's one of the best games of the year. Actually, before we wrap this up, is this game of the year contender? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
It might be my game of the year. I ain't 100% God of War.
It's going to be between this and Red Dead Redemption 2. I do think that Red Dead is going to have
Damn, no
more,
respect for Fallout 76?
Yeah, I know, man.
No,
Fallout.
No, it's going to be between Red Dead and Spider-Man.
I think it's
What about
too
God
early.
of War, Steven? I mean, Steven. Siggy, God of War was definitely game of the year contender. No?
Yeah,
God of War is up there.
It's up there.
This is that. It's gonna be God of War, Spider-Man, or
And Fortnite.
Yeah, it's too early for me to. We gotta let the dust settle before we say game of the year, but it's definitely contender.
It's definitely a contender.
I just threw all the numbers in the calculator and the official GI score. Let me see if I can put this on. It's backwards, but it's a 9.2. So
No,
that
I
is
came
the-
out right.
no, I came up straight.
It came out straight.
Oh, okay. It's backwards on mine for whatever. But anyway, yeah, the official score is a 9.2. Do y'all think that's a fair score for the game?
Yep.
Yes.
The 0.5 came from Siggy and his 10. First 10 ever in GI reviews. History, baby.
Game's a 10. Makes you want to play the whole thing. I'm gonna give it a 10.
You know,
same
people
with
gotta-
Zelda. Zelda was the only other game that I wanted to play all the way through as far as on the Nintendo side.
You know, people are gonna hold that over your head. Like if you ever do something like you you flip
And
flop or something.
Spider-Man.
Remember when Siggy gave Spider-Man a 10?
already retired from Spider-Man. It's already done 100%. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, there's nothing else I could. It's not like there's a multiplayer or anything like that. So
Hey, you gotta get the DLC when it comes out. Remember, it's in
Oh yeah, are y'all buying the DLC?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I never buy DLC, but
Absolutely.
I might actually get it. Yeah.
I'm getting
Yo,
it.
another exhibit.
I bet you they throw some more suits in there too. And watch.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, it will be.
Oh yeah.
Gotta be.
You can have a battle royale.
Take my
Spider-Man.
money,
Battle
Insomniac.
Royales.
Before we end it though, Insomniac Games, y'all did your damn thing. That's why y'all one of the top people out there. Keep doing your thing, man. Y'all need to make more Marvel games.
They said they have some. They said they're interested in making more Marvel games. Hopefully, they make.
They
it Black
should.
Panther.
If they make it like, bruh,
Boy, if they
Black
make-
Panther, Insomniac Games. Oh my god, let's do it.
Whipping
Yeah.
around Wakanda in the damn jet, boy.
Ooh, and having different suit skins for Black Panther. Man,
So there you
It'll
have
be
it.
the first time everybody gets a 10. There.
There you have it. There's our opinion on Marvel Spider-Man for the PS4, 9.2 from GI. You guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button for us, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new. Also share the video to help the channel grow. Support us on Patreon at patreon.com/GI updates. We have all different type of rewards in line for those who choose to financially support us. You can hop in the well, actually we're making some changes to that, so I don't even want to say that. Yeah, you can appear in future videos. You can win some games, be on a podcast, a lot of different stuff. So check us out. There'll be a link in the description box below. Other than that, you guys have anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
Fortnite's about to be killed by Blackout. Yeah, I said it.
Let's clip that.
Watch Siggy. Watch Siggy gonna start playing Black Ops 4.
It is number one on Twitch right now. It is number
I'll
one.
play it.
No, no.
It's not gonna kill no Fortnite.
Yeah, but see, season 6 coming out for Fortnite.
Fortnite is free.
True.
Exactly.
Broke boys like free. And that's where we're going to end the video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, peace out. Thanks for watching.